What's going on, everybody? I'm CaptainRoBear, and this is Saved by the Spell Game of Saving Throws 54. Or is it?
Sorry, I just had to put Tom Nook away. He was harassing me about my loan payments.
Dude, Tom Nook is a fucking loan shark, dude. He's a bad man.
Where's my Animal Crossing stimulus, huh, Nook? These are trying times.
Someone send me peaches.
Someone send me 10,000 bells, please.
if you need oranges, I got you hooked up. Don't worry about it. We got oranges.
You have oranges? I didn't even know that was a fruit in the game yet.
I didn't either. That's news to me. I got peaches though.
I got your citrus hookup though. You need oranges. We're there for you.
I have peaches, apples, and coconuts.
I need to go adventuring on some people's islands. I mean, I'm running around eating oranges. Goddamn.
I'm collecting my welfare check and I have my 10 on the beach.
Am I the only adult in the world not playing a children's game?
Yes.
I mean, I wouldn't say I played it. I wouldn't say that I play it, but I sure as fuck bought it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
You play while you watch things. It's just
I mean,
I'm gonna go fishing in the meantime.
Yeah, 100%. I'm in the middle of a meeting. I don't have to really pay attention to what's going on. I want to check out. I've got Animal Crossing going on. It's,
Why would I want to make myself feel good about myself when I can go play Magic Standard and play, blue-white Azorius decks and punch myself in the dick for 2 hours?
Because you look very strange doing this on a conference call.
I'm just starting the lawnmower, proverbially.
Good God.
Wow.
Good God. Welcome, everybody, to Quarantine Day Nobody's fucking counting. Because most of your lives actually haven't changed. Now you just have an excuse for your piss poor habits and behavior.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm never going to lie to myself again about all the things I would do if I had time in the house, because I haven't done a fucking one of them. You know what I've done? I've sat in this chair for quadruple the time I normally sit in it. But the nice thing is I can roll the garage door up during the day, so I actually can see the sun, and I'm not just completely isolated. It's kind of nice. I won't lie to you.
Oh fuck! No!
Oh,
I dropped
no.
my water. Ah fuck!
Oh no.
I remember that. I've done that before.
Yeah, been there on that one.
Brings me back to episode 1 of Game of Saving Throws when I spilled whiskey all over my keyboard right before the show started.
Little did you know you'd be checking goblin buns later.
That I kind of assumed.
The only thing I can say from quarantine right now is I officially punched a full card at Little Caesars, which I have never done before.
Whoa, wow.
Damn, dude. Yeah, we as a family, the Festi family has now achieved a full punch card, so we received a free pizza today. I tell you, the only thing better than a $5 pizza is a free pizza.
I think the quarantine has done a lot for my wallet, because I feel like I've eaten out significantly less. Actually, I know I have. I haven't been making my trips to Wendy's, just been eating at home, and that's been weird.
Yeah, the amount of dishes I've done. That's quarantine. Yeah, I'm like, man, I'm normally a paper plate guy, but yeah, there's been a lot of washing dishes. Made me feel like I was back.
Don't you have like a dishwasher where you actually put them in a machine and it takes care of that for you?
Not when you got when you're a bachelor and you got like a plate, like when you're a bachelor and you got a plate and a skillet, you're like, nah, bro, I'm not firing that thing up. I'm not firing that thing up for one.
Well, that makes sense.
Well, then you're significantly less lazy than I am. I'd fire that thing up for a plate and skillet.
First of all, why are you putting a fucking skillet in there? That's just sacrilege.
Well, that depends what kind of skillet it is.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
if cast iron, obviously.
Yeah, we're talking a $10 freaking.
Oh, fuck that thing then.
We're a T-foul until the fucking coating goes away.
Are
like,
you fucking kidding me? I've never cleaned my cast iron skillet. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. Just burn that shit off.
Matter of fact,
Yeah.
I don't clean myself like my cast iron. I just rub salt and bacon grease on me each morning.
Caustic's always like, this thing looks disgusting. And I'm like, it's not disgusting. It's how it's supposed to be.
It's got all the flavor trapped in there.
It's got all the grease and the gristle in there. Like, that's how it's supposed to be.
But yeah, it's like
you wipe out the chunks with paper towels.
if you get something that's been fried in fresh oil, it sucks. The first go around, you can see it's all way too light and crispy and airy. And no, man, you want that oil all the way to the point before it goes to La Brea tar pit. You want it right there. It's got so much seasoning in there, it can't help but be infused.
I'm going to ask this question, and I'm probably going to open myself up to ridicule, but am I the only one who saved his bacon grease in a jar and then uses it to fry shit later?
We've got it in
Okay,
a glass peanut jar.
I got a mason jar that you know, you can tell by the color layers how far I've gone down to whatever I'm frying.
We have a little we have a little porcelain pig.
Yeah, we got a glass peanut jar that all the bacon grease goes in.
Yeah, when I went to college, that was one of the gifts my parents gave me.
All the bacon grease?
Here's your not all of it, but like here's your starter bacon grease.
That's love. That's love.
You know what we've been seeing a lot lately, and I don't know if this is an effect of quarantine, but our neighbor who we hung out last week outside had he has a grill, but it's a hibachi grill. Like
Outdoor
it's just
hibachi.
a flat top. It's just a flat top hibachi style grill instead of like an open grill with flames, you know, like outside. It's just a hibachi grill. And then someone we saw today that we know also bought one and was actually cooking, like trying to cook hibachi, like Japanese food on it outside. Like, but they sell them at Walmart now, I guess. And I've just been seeing everybody is now getting those. So I don't know if that's a quarantine effect or if that's just a side effect. Like everybody's getting rid of traditional grills in favor of a hibachi.
Got to spend that shit on something.
I guess so. Like I'm like, it's not a bad idea, but like I would miss the charbroiled flame taste on food.
Don't put too much towards it. You're not getting one.
Oh damn!
You know, well, you know, she doesn't go everywhere with me.
But like outdoor hibachi, like I doubt like you're able to do like real hibachi shit because you be burning some propane, man. If you're getting that thing like real hibachi hot, yeah,
like 800 degrees.
Yeah. Like, well, you know what? Made stir fry tonight. That cost me $2, but I spent $17 in propane to do it.
Well, to be fair, it's a Walmart hibachi grill, so I don't know that it even gets that hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta have that thing piped into your house like your natural gas line.
Mm-hmm.
Propane is a serious business.
Propane accessories.
Damn
Damn it, Bobby.
Radio, you got any announcements for the lovely folks on Friday night?
You know, I'm looking forward to seeing where tonight's adventure takes us, and I think tomorrow we're gonna cut loose and play some totally reliable delivery service because there are raid bosses to conquer in that game that we haven't even discovered yet.
Raid
right.
bosses.
Oh yeah. Oh God,
Well,
yes. Were you not conscious when we were doing it last week?
She was moving her office.
I was
Okay.
taking apart an entire bedroom on my
Did you
own.
hear any time where Mud was yelling at us for how dumb we were because we couldn't fly the planes?
Those planes are funny.
Yeah,
Shit.
I did hear that.
I
So
have a
that-
code for you. You should
You
play.
guys think I could handle that?
Oh,
Come
yes.
come play with us.
Come play.
I got a feeling even your computer can run this game.
Yeah. Her computer can run it. Can run it and stream it probably.
Yes. Cakes and pies. Cakes and pies.
So
Good
yeah,
deal.
I think that's what's going to happen tomorrow night. It's going to be a bottle of Buffalo Trace and totally reliable delivery service. It will become totally unreliable around 2:00 in the morning.
Okay, you got any announcements this week?
I got nothing. Everything is as planned. Nice and steady.
I have an announcement for you. Next
Oh.
week, I bet you're going to be playing Final Fantasy on Thursday, correct?
Yes, I
So-
knew that.
So
yes.
everyone, when we get done, well, you're gonna be asleep already. However,
Yeah.
Becca is going to be playing Final Fantasy this whole week, and
Yeah.
they are going to have a row up on good old Mixer next week,
Oh, are
up
they
on the front
really?
page. So I need everybody to drop their hosts as much as they can next week while she's playing Final Fantasy. I want to see her pushed up onto the front page next week while she's playing Final Fantasy. That is our entire goal as a community next week.
Can we get a tweet for that, please? Because
yeah,
I want to support that.
We'll get
some
something
tweets
out. We'll get something out.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll pull on my best Tifa and try to do some pull-ups. Get some news out about that.
Team Caustic to front page is my announcement for you for next week.
Well, thank you. I'm sorry, my life is on a day-by-day basis right now.
I wouldn't know if I didn't check my little announcement sheet like 10 minutes before the show. So hey,
We literally just got our PlayStation in the mail. Just got delivered.
Right here on the floor next to me, thankfully, so it didn't get spilled with water.
oh,
So excited! I got Ratchet and Clank on it and Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. Yo,
Yeah.
Spider-Man, good luck going down the rabbit hole on that one. I'll see you in a month or
I think
two.
I'm gonna play them off stream. That's the fun part. I think
That's like how I've been playing Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Just like gotta find the time.
if Ori was on my Switch, I would have started it by now. Like
Dude,
that.
everything was on your Switch, man.
Yeah, that's
Freaking
my.
Magic was on your Switch.
Yours specifically. He wants to borrow your Switch. There's something about sharing a Switch with you, RoBear, that he just gets all excited about.
Freaking all the freaking Mario remakes get made on the Switch.
Oh, dude, I
Like,
want
I'm
some of
never
the
gonna-
like obscure Game Boy ones to get remade.
We're gonna have to buy a second Switch because there's no way we're gonna be able to share if that happens.
See, you time it perfectly when they release like the next one that's gonna do like 1080p on the handhelds, so you get like that's the next time to buy. Or
that 1440 Switch.
oh, dude, get it. Mud, you got some announcements this week?
Not a bunch of anything specific, I don't think, but I am making a push on the YouTube to try to get more subs. Try to hit
Yes.
that 1K mark on the YouTube where I'm making regular Sea of Thieves content over there and probably a few other things mixed in. But if you want to watch me dumpster kids and make montages about it, sub to the YouTube channel.
Dumpster kids.
Me and my
That's a verb
dumpster kids. The dumpster kids are the ones that are driving around constantly in my area right now. Oh my!
Also, if you want to watch Caustic burn bananas, go sub to the YouTube.
No, we don't have
Oh.
to pretend.
Oh,
yeah,
dude, go
let's
do
just
it
know
right
that
now.
Video never
That right
happened.
there is enough to get you to sub.
Yeah.
It's the most embarrassing thing I've ever helped you with.
Fine, it's so funny. Comedic genius.
Yes, indeed. Announcements over here. We announced yesterday we are reformulating the Patreon this month. We're going to come out with a whole list of kind of the transparency of what everything does monetization wise on the channel. So I can tell you guys right now, there's going to be a goal set on the Patreon, our first goal that we've ever put on there, and it will line item the production cost of this show. This will be the first one that we're going to try and get fully funded through the Patreon. So this is going to involve paying all of these lovely people that have come and put the show on for over a year now, actually get them an hourly wage for their time. So I'm super excited about that. Whenever I completely get it processed and put through, there'll be big announcements and throwing it out there and all that jazz. But I'm excited. We're finally getting to the point where I am now stable enough to where we can start creating essentially like an independent theater company. That's what it's like tax wise and business wise. So I'm excited that we're finally to that point and we can start giving back and kind of line iteming where everybody's money goes in this whole operation. So super pumped about that. And obviously we can continue to build goals out and fully fund other shows. And this means that we can go and, you know, if I have a friend and talent that's over on Twitch, I can reach out to him. I can do that. And we can, you know, make content viable for all parties involved. So that's super stoked. That's our biggest announcement. Like I've said and lied like the last couple of weeks, I will. I have promised everyone that I will have my DM rates in the Discord. I was hoping this would all go into my website and I would launch my website at the same time, and it just hasn't happened that way because So like I have like a half broken website and
someone
this.
in chat to keep track of every time he says that it's gonna be soon.
Hey, like Mixer, man, I roll out these things for the people soon.
It's just, you know, a year later. Hey, look.
Real soon.
Yeah, so that's the game plan. On my side, still stay tuned. Hopefully we'll have some announcements for Wednesday in a reasonably fashionable time.
See, I'm gonna roll on that. Go ahead, set the DC. That's 11.
That's 11. Oh, you set that low for me. Thank you.
Ouch.
Yeah. Other than that, there's going to be a big Magic release in a couple of weeks for Ikora, and if you haven't seen the awesome Godzilla shit that I've been linking out on Twitter, they have made a crossover. So there's Godzilla cards in this one. So cool. It's all big behemoths.
Insane.
Yeah, I'm super stoked for it. It's gonna be a fun expansion. If I was already not a big pain in the ass enough with throwing out big monsters on Magic, now I have an entire expansion in Ikoria to be an asshole with giant monsters. So
You get a monster, and you get a monster.
you get
Now,
a kaiju, and you get a kaiju.
Can you make them flying monsters?
Oh, easy.
Because I know you have the obsession of flying everything.
The Mothra card makes everything flying.
Oh God, no!
The Mothra card is, yeah, it's like if it go like I can't remember the mechanic with it, but it brings back cards as flying. It's
Dead.
yeah.
That's my worst nightmare. I can never build a deck that can combat fighting.
Yeah.
Ever.
It's a real pain in the ass. And then the Godzilla card is Gruul. It's green red, so yes. But there's like several different versions. I haven't even got through. Like they released so much information on this set so quick. Like it was kind of hard to process while I was trying to like actually go to sleep.
What are the chances I get a Rakdos deck built?
Rakdos on this? You know what? I didn't see a lot of black cards. There's a lot of red, but I don't know. Rakdos. Rakdos is really good right now with sacrifice, but here's what you are gonna like. There's a person that will slot in the commander for brawl games that gives +2 to humans. So Mardu Knights is going to be really nasty.
Oh, my Mardu Knights deck is gonna be dope.
You could have like plus like 4 or 5 knights on like turn 3.
You know what? It's not mono red. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Left quick to win. True.
Do I get a Dante and Barnes now card?
Yep. Guess what? You just found another feather.
Yes.
Man,
Holding it.
I haven't seen anybody play the Dante and Barnes and Al card in a long time.
I haven't even heard anybody mention Barnes in a long time.
Oh, you should not talk ill about me like that, Emery, because you never know when I might come into life.
I've been playing Rock Band for 3 weeks straight now.
Full-time Rock Band streaming is exactly what I'm going to do.
There's so much other horrible shit I just wanted to say, and I had to stop myself from myself.
Breaks!
Oh, it's very.
Are you ready?
Don't
Very,
hold back.
I'm ready. Thank you guys. Thank you, Roll20. As always, you're amazing. And D&D Beyond, thank you guys for the sponsorship and the insider access. Mwah. Thank you guys very, very much. Now I'm ready.
Captain, tell us what happened last week on Saved by the Sibel Game of Saving Throws.
I hate you. Last week, the adventuring party found themselves in quite the predicament inside the Roaring Horn Estate, underneath what appeared to be a joint terrorist attack between both Sansuri and her Cloud Giant Empire and the Frost Giants. Meeting the Jarl face to face inside the middle of the mansion. The party did battle with their forces. Unfortunately, they discovered that Jarl Storvald now possesses the Ring of Winter, as he encapsulated Imri with the conch of teleportation, moving his body back through the portal and taking him back to the Frost Giant's realm. You guys were faced with the difficult decision of fight or flight, and chose to run through the portal that was held up by Harshnag's own body. As you guys made your way through and said your last goodbyes, it seemed like Harshnag was doing everything he could to physically maintain that portal before he perished, shutting behind them, leaving the entire party on a floating chunk of ice somewhere in the Northern Realms. They can see large frost giant lodges to the north, far distance away, as they made their way through to what appears to be a floating chunk of ice with Harshnag's house. With Kiki now somewhere as an ice cube, with her location unknown, Imri, location unknown, inside of that ice sphere, the party picks up after a restless night in that cold lodge of poor old Harshnag.
Can you hear us now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. We had an internet blip and both of us lost sound and everything just restarted.
I was just waiting her out.
All right.
Radio, you have a magic item A.
Ooh.
Looks like from
Hey.
Armageddon.
Thank you.
I still have an F. I'm not
Yes, you
accepting
do.
his blanket.
Not accepting the quilt?
No.
Mm.
That's super gross.
Mm-mm. Yeah, if you guys could look during that intro, I can't tell if anybody else redeemed a card or not. Right. Cheekios will be up, just kind of hand up on the door. Still the fire, still rolling in. We've made a comfortable stay for what is a very awkward situation inside of Harshnag's old home. I kind of have the door open, old man at the lake, kind of you just gazing out from his lodge by myself.
Histor hears it and just one eye open. Not really sleeping. Sees you standing there. Just watches for a minute. Moon can't help himself. Kind of does that stiff walk over towards the door.
As I hear your unforgettable sound of your old ass getting up in the morning, I cast Mage Hand. I keep my distance still towards the horizon, and I get you a cup of coffee with Mage Hand and just bring it over your way. And it's hilarious because these cups are fucking huge that we have over here. We're literally drinking.
What they normally drink out of.
We're drinking out of his kids' cups, so they're like, it's like having the cups? they're sippy cups. So like it has runic pictures of like, you know, animals in the hunt, and you know they're made for tiny giants, but they're literally just massive.
Mid stride, he kind of takes this giant cup of coffee from the Mage Hand, walks up next to you, kind of lifts and takes a sip. It's about time we got a decently sized cup of coffee around here.
I figured you would not protest in the size for once.
Nobody can bitch about how much coffee I drink.
Ruby kind of tightens up into a smaller ball. If you guys are going to be awake, at least put more wood in the fire. It's cold outside.
It's so hot in here. And it is. It's like any lodge. Like I'm trying to get the fresh air because it's a balmy like 78 in this fucking lodge.
Still too cold.
I know. I go and I take the Mage Hand. I reach over and I put another giant log on the fire.
You can put as many logs as you want on that fire. You're never gonna keep that cat warm.
I heard that.
She is short-haired.
Seen Valas? Did he come in?
There was one thing, if Valas was still human and gave a shit about the cold. Then there is pissed off Valas, who is now also undead, wandering out, and the cold doesn't matter. So now he has no reason to come inside if he is pissed off.
I think I've ever seen him that pissed off.
It's been a while. No doubt. I did not see him. He may have come in some point in time when we were sleeping. You're not in there now, are you?
Actually, I am, but I'm sitting in a chair in the corner. Although it's a really large chair, but I'm sitting in it in a dark corner though.
Are your legs hanging down, or is it just in the back?
I actually have my legs crossed up inside of it because it's too big. And I'm just, can I hear you guys talking about me from where I'm at?
Roll a perception check.
15.
Yeah.
I'm over here.
It's just gonna take a sip of his coffee. I guess that answers that question. Fine, Kiki.
Do you really think you wouldn't hear her if I did?
It's true.
It's more of a courtesy.
She would have stolen those quilts.
Nobody wants those quilts.
Kiki would have wanted those quilts.
That's because she doesn't know better.
Oh, she does like blankets.
A blanket is a blanket in the cold.
But we can stand here all day talking about blankets, but what's the move? Histor, you told me that there's still a chance. You told me that we can still save Kiki and Emery, although more importantly Kiki.
We'll get them both. They're probably in the same place or something.
What do we do?
Well, I guess the first thing is figuring out where we are. I don't really do the cold. I've got to be honest. I'm really out of my element here.
Gonna have to grow some thicker fur.
Yeah, well, if I could do that on command.
What happened to that little sheep outfit that you found back at Nightstone?
No. And that was just like the hat, and I'm not.
Hey,
No.
whatever's gonna keep you warm.
We will have to make do with some of these furs and repurpose them. If you don't think we're getting winter edition fucking armor, you're crazy.
New outfits, fashion show time.
Nice.
I'm here for this.
Yeah.
Wait, I've got my wolf blanket.
Yeah. There are countless animal skins inside this domicile. So any way that you want to decorate yourself as the as a French fur trapper.
I definitely want a cloak. I'm looking for a cloak. I want a cape, something that flows, looks powerful because I'm tall and I want it to fly behind me when I'm walking.
If your imagination is your only barrier.
I want boots with fuzzy cuffs on them and mittens.
If you
Mittens.
get mittens, if
Does
you
your cat make too much noise all the time?
I've already fashioned 2 of the caribou antlers back onto my old helmet that I used to have when I broke those off a long time ago. So I'm looking properly like WoW 60, 70th level druidic again.
Nice.
Can I get some? I'll be a cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe would be a perfect good way to describe your personality.
They'll never see it coming. I'll be a mythical creature. I try to find something to help fashion like the headband with the antlers on there. Anything.
Oh yeah, that giant elastic is in good supply.
Perfect.
It's like
This is gonna be my DIY crafting in the corner.
Getting ourselves properly winterized, and this does have a mechanic because it's extreme cold. If we didn't do this, we would be suffering points of exhaustion out within the actual elements.
Let's we'll hop down to the chair and look around as people are preparing stuff, and I'm gonna look around and find any sort of wolf or something, just a rug, anything really. And I'm gonna take out a knife and I'm gonna take my coat off, revealing just my leather vest, and look at the coat, look at the wolf, and I'm gonna throw my coat in the fire, and I'm gonna carve out a sleeveless duster out of a wolf skin.
Yes. You're going for the full-on like saber-tooth aesthetic.
Yeah, pretty much. Just a sleeveless duster, sleeveless trench coat out of wolf skin.
Do you want the actual wolf's head to come up over as the hood?
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah. Just want to make sure, help visualize the audience, just in case they were omitting that detail.
Of course it's got a wolf head hood. See, look, Caustic's demonstrating.
I've never actually seen the hood on that.
You too can have this wolf blanket at Sam's Club for whatever it
$20.
costs.
It's worth every penny.
Wow.
It's basically what she's wearing, but with no sleeves, just like way cut up at the shoulders.
Get your wolf
this is
blanket
almost
from
like
the
the
Fey
best.
Princess of the Wild. Get your wolf blanket from the Fey Princess of the Wild. $20.
It's the Fey Queen.
That's a better look for you. You should just leave that like that.
Thanks.
While everybody else is winterizing their shit, Histor, not willing to forego his armor, basically just takes each piece off, wraps sheep's wool around it, straps the armor back on over it. So now he kind of looks like Ralphie's brother, just really.
That's amazing.
He's almost too wide, and he'll look at himself in the mirror as he's all bulked out. He'll just start to laugh. I almost look like Tormund.
You look more like Serac.
Yeah, that's right. Probably.
Too much cinnamon buns.
This point in my life, as he strokes his belly, there isn't too much cinnamon buns. No such thing.
Speaking of buns, I do have some biscuits.
Any meat?
Valas is gonna.
Oh,
can
yeah.
I do an investigation check to see if I can find anything we could use as like mountain gear, like snowshoes or like picks to climb ice with?
Go ahead, roll an investigation check.
Investigation. 17.
There are picks that you do find, and there are also snowshoes. Unfortunately, they are all giant sized. Even at the smallest, what looks like a pair possibly used for a teenager is still the size of a two-handed weapon for you.
I'm gonna hold them up and say, well, can anybody do anything with these? Any of you guys repurpose these?
I might be able to make a sled out of it if we had someone to carry us. He's gonna look over at Cheekios.
Oh no! I think if I turn back into that yak, it will still be drunk.
That was a good night.
Wait,
It was better times.
you turned into a yak?
Oh, you've never met the yak.
Damn it!
Oh, I was dead. Thanks for bringing it up.
Oh,
Drunken times,
don't-
Alice. Drunken times.
you're back now, so it's fine.
Don't
Yeah,
let
if
him give you
call
any
this
shit.
back, and he's gonna pull down his shirt and stick a finger in a open spot in his body.
Well, that's kind of cool. Can I
No,
try?
don't touch me.
She's gonna try to sneak behind him and poke him again. Sneaky, sneaky. Should I roll for stealth?
Hell yeah, roll for stealth. You know the drill.
Yes.
You only have to beat 11.
Well, my stealth is already +8. Well, rolled an 8, 16.
Yep.
I managed to poke you in your back, kind of lower back,
What's it feel like?
with my claw out.
Give him the one little hook.
Yep.
You feel it, Valas.
I'm gonna turn my head very slowly, almost unnaturally far until my neck goes
Ah.
cracks. It said, "Don't touch me."
Oh. Okay. Are you okay? That didn't seem very normal.
I'm fine.
Does your body always crack like that? Is that
Yeah,
why
of
we're
course
not
it
allowed
does.
to touch
That's
you?
how a man's body sounds.
That's-
He's gonna walk away.
Emery, you have a 1d8 inspiration.
He's got a 1d8.
She slides over to Histor. Is that how a man's body is supposed to sound?
He cracks his neck a little. Sometimes, but I mean, not always.
That was entirely unhelpful.
I don't know what you're looking for, kid.
That's what he told me, and I didn't know if that was actually normal. Is he lying? My neck's not popping. She's trying to crack any of her joints and nothing's working. She She moves from like her fingers to her back to her toes, like nothing's working.
You don't want to force things like that, Ruby. That's not good for you.
Why can't I get mine to do that?
He is dead.
Oh.
That's the first sign that you don't want to crack your neck.
Nick. I just...
So sometimes don't knock it until you try it is horrible advice, Ruby.
Valas is
Is it an old person thing? That has to be it. That's it.
Valas walks away from her. I'm still gonna be rummaging around the whatever's there, cabinets and shit, just looking for anything we could use in the snow or anything that would be of value to us that I might notice. For the 15 perception.
Go ahead and roll a investigation check, since you know, particularly you're looking for 21. Items. 21. Go ahead and roll a d10.
9.
Does anybody else have any uncollected items at this point?
F.
Yes, I have.
Got an A.
F and A cotton.
That was good.
But if mine needs for more opportune moment, I can wait.
Yes, yours will wait just a second.
Wait,
I already have yours picked out.
That which is good.
You have already rolled.
I have. You lied to me last time and made me think I had some gross wedding blanket.
Valas.
Mm-hmm.
After searching every nook and cranny, every drawer, finding continually items too large for practical use for you, you finally do find some rope. And when you pull this rope out, the first thing you can feel it's too damn fine. And it looks to be in impeccable condition. And it's a large sum, but you'll be damned if it only feels like it's 3 pounds.
I'm gonna take this rope and I'm gonna walk over to Histor and Histor, hold on to this. I'm gonna give him an end of the rope.
It's gonna hold it in one hand, kind of awkwardly out in front of him.
You feel how light that is?
He lifts it up and down. It's light as like strung silk.
All right, hold on to it. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna just start tugging it as hard as I can.
As you pull on it, it completely stiffens and extends out 10 feet into the direction towards Histor and holds there in position.
No.
What in the hell is that?
I think we found another one of those pickles.
What?
Like a rope.
Add rope of climbing to your sheet.
Mm.
You can tell it to knot large knots at 1 foot intervals on the rope. It can be shortened to 50 foot in length when you do so, but it is a 60 foot length of silk rope. Has an AC of 20 with 20 hit points. You could use a bonus action to command the other end to move towards a destination you choose. That end moves 10 feet on your turn when you first command it, and 10 feet on each of your turns until reaching its destination if you're in combat, up to its maximum length away.
Does it move is that I should probably look it up, right?
I'll just link it to you.
I found it.
Cool.
Didn't know if I had to take an action each turn or if it just kept moving after the initial.
It keeps moving.
Okay. Cool. Dope.
Ruby.
Hello.
While you're searching through those furs, trying to find out just the exact one that you want, as you pull back one of those dire wolf skins, you find a large trident wrapped in one of them.
Oh.
You can look down the sides. It literally has runic descriptions of epic whale hunts all the way from the bottom up to the top of the trident. Well ordained, and it as you pick it up, it feels like steel, but it's not cold to the touch. It's actually warm.
This is unusual. Can I use can I read well, I probably can't read the runes, but I know it's a whale trident.
There's runes, but there's also actual, symbolism carved in, kind of like cave drawing style.
Okay. Wow. Hey, come look at this. Come see what I found. And she holds the trident up, and she kind of like slams it into the ground.
Whoa. Easy there, king of the sea.
Hey.
You sure that's not a fork?
Uh,
This
No.
is a giant's house.
it's not a fork. It's a. What is it? The three-pronged weapon. Trident.
Trident.
Yes. I've never had one before. I mean, I've seen them. I've just never used one.
And when you show the rest of the group, as you hand it to Histor, it actually grows in proportional size to his body.
I think I'm actually taller than Histor. But does it shrink to him?
I think you and I are equal sized.
Maybe that's
I'm
true.
a little bulkier than you are.
That's true.
I was almost reactionary saying it was going to get girthier, and I stopped myself from myself.
Like, I'm holding it. Don't do that.
The shaft got girthy.
I'm 7'9" and 450 pounds.
Histor could feel the shaft growing and throbbing in his hand. as
Where-
he
I
held
want a
what is
different
really
item,
a
F.
Powerful object.
Where's Empty with the fanfic on that?
Roll 43.
Interesting. At first I would say it was one of his children's, but it looks like it has magical properties, Ruby.
Do you know what that is? Or what these things mean on it?
I can see.
Here, I'll hold it up for you. Can you read that at all?
Roll a history check. Seen a lot of old shit. It's in giant. I mean, I don't know what all the different runes mean, but it's obviously it's a whaling trident. It is meant to be thrown.
How do I get it back? Do I have to chase it every time?
I don't know.
Seems like a very strange weapon. I like it. I will learn to master it. She tries to find like a strap or something so she can put it on her back or something. She's gonna go back digging through the chest.
When you swing this trident around, there's a handful of large smoked fish inside Harshnag's house. When you turn that trident, they all move in unison.
I move it a little bit more.
And you do. You're literally commanding this large halves of smoked salmon are just moving and swaying back and forth with that trident.
I can control fish? First mice, now fish. I am going to have all the food in the world from here on out. And I'm just making them dance now.
God, I just created Heathcliff.
I am never going to go hungry. I wonder if it works on living things too.
And here I
opened up the
thought
door outside. There's nothing outside, is there?
I mean, you're on that chunk of ice, so if you're looking for a fish on top of the ice, no.
Yes. Oh, well, not on top, but I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna smash into the ice a little bit.
You smash in the ice and then you realize you're like, man, I'm glad this ice is actually thick enough to support this house and everyone else. I don't think I'm actually going to be able to get through in the middle of this. You're gonna have to walk out a little bit further.
I'll be back, guys. For our safety. Just gonna walk a little bit further. Didn't think about that.
Ruby, don't go out there alone.
It's fine. I've got a trident, a magical trident. What's going to happen anyway? So I'm going.
He's just gonna follow her.
I'm fine.
No, you're not fine. You're a child with a weapon you found.
One that could probably kill a lot of things with it.
Including yourself.
I'm a dangerous child.
That's why I'm here.
I grab one of the halves of the smoked salmon that Ruby's knocked off. It's been hanging up in the corner of the kitchen, and I sit there and eat a little bit and bemoan the fact that I don't have a bagel or cream cheese to go with it.
I want my locks.
True suffering.
As the chaperone and the wild child make their way towards the edge of the ice. It gives you a good view of just how vast this frozen world is. Roll a perception check.
13.
That is going to be a 23.
23. Ruby, in particular, you can see what looks like ice flows. Small to large chunks of ice come down almost Frogger style, endlessly floating in a frozen highway to one side. You look off in the distance and you can see what appears to be what's left of a large wooden vessel, now frozen, stuck to another floating chunk of ice. You can see the frost giant lodges out towards the distance.
Hey, Histor, I'm gonna go over to where the vessel is. I'll be back soon. Or catch up, you old turd.
Just slow the fuck down. I'll be there in a second. Hold on.
Not slowing down. She's gonna go for it. She's actually gonna start running.
Okay, to get there, it's on another island. So you're literally crossing over, you're Frogger style jumping through these frozen chunks of ice.
Yes, I'm doing it. No, I have boots on. Never mind. I was like, I'm gonna use my claws, but my feet would freeze to death, so I've got boots on.
All right.
Can I use my trident as a help to like stab into each one when I land to steady myself?
Oh, 100%. Go ahead, roll acrobatics check.
This is gonna be 17.
17. Not a problem. You're gonna land on that first one with ease.
This is perfect. I'm gonna keep going. I think my process is perfect.
Why is the old man gonna chase her?
Only if you're brave enough.
Fuck, I guess I'm gonna try and make the leap to that first that first fucking iceberg.
Can't get there.
Acrobatics or athletics?
Acrobatics.
You can use either.
All right.
Ooh.
I'll take that. That's more better. That is going to be a 28.
28. Yeah, you're gonna be able to jump out there, no problem, landing, smashing down on this small chunk of ice. I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws as this thing tilts way over to the side where Histor's at.
18.
25.
Whoa! As you guys slide down to one side and circle back around. Maintaining balance on this very small chunk of ice.
This is a very small chunk. What are you doing?
The question is, what the hell are you doing in the middle of a goddamn ice flow?
Why would you jump on the same one that I'm on? The balancing is so much harder. I thought you were older and experienced.
I gotta keep up with your brisk ass. Now that we're out
the one
here,
that kills me.
you jump, and then I'll jump, and you jump.
That's what I was going to do.
Next time, fucking tell somebody.
Next time, don't follow me. She's going for it.
As Histor's gonna talk, she makes her jump.
All right.
That is gonna be a 10.
Where are you jumping to?
The closest one.
10 feet?
Yep.
15 feet? 25 feet?
The 10 feet.
All right. 10 feet. DC is going to be on this thing since it's a little unbalanced surface here. Got a DC 14.
Well, I already rolled a 10. So I guess I don't make it.
Hold on. Give me 1 second here. Let me pull up official jumping rules.
Do you want me to roll again?
Yeah, because since we got more than just like a standard jump, let me pull this bad boy up.
And I'm still doing acrobatics, right?
Depends on how tricky you want to be, Mickey.
I just went by the rules I was going by.
Where do you go? Jump. All right, your movement can include jumping. Okay, there we go. Go to this spot. Okay, so when you're jumping, it actually uses your strength in long jumping.
Okay. Great.
Let's see here. Cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot before making the jump. Huh. So that's where this kicks in. Clear low obstacles. Okay. Yep. Okay. I got this right. So you're going to be using your strength modifier now, making these jumps.
Got it.
DC will once again be where you're standing at will be a 14.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go for it.
So you can use strength athletics.
It's a match at 14.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what it's 14.
Okay, you get a 14.
Like right there.
As you jump and just stabilize yourself as you slam that trident in, teetering.
It's fine. I'm fine.
You hit hard.
My toe like dips in the water a little bit.
Roll a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
It was going to be a 25.
25. Yeah, you're going to be able to maintain balance on that ice chunk.
It's fine. She's going to try to compose herself.
Nice jump, kid.
I'm gonna try jump again. This time, this other one that's only like 5 feet away. Can I just stretch my legs out and make a walk?
Five
feet's probably a little bit bigger, but
5 feet you're going to be able to do, not a problem.
perfect. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah. By the way, I'll go ahead and give you control of your token here.
See, I can make good choices.
Histor, watching her stay as herself with that trident, he's gonna reach down in his belt and he's gonna pull his dagger up. He's gonna go for that same first jump. Little running jump over to that other side.
All right.
That is going to be a 22.
22. Make your way across with ease.
Jumps across, and as he lands, 3-point stance as he stabs the middle of that fucking iceberg with his knife just to make sure he doesn't slide off.
All right, don't die. I don't think I'll be able to pull you out of the water, just so you know.
Roll that dexterity saving throw as it leans to the edge.
Shit. That is a 14.
14. You're able to maintain control.
Yeah.
But you can feel it. Early morning, cold. Even with your winterized suits, you're like, what the fuck am I doing puddle jumping with this kid?
That's exactly what he's thinking right now.
All right, I'm going to go again. But I'm going to keep it smart and just go to this one right here. That's another 5 foot.
Right. All you got to do is beat a 10.
Well, that's fine. It's a 14 again. Got a theme.
This time you land dead center. Not a problem. No need to make a dexterity saving throw where you're at.
I'm getting used to this. I could live here. Couldn't live here. I don't want to be here.
It's too fucking cold for you, cat.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
It's just gonna make the jump to the next one. And that's a 24.
24. You'll be able to land dead center on this one as well. No problem on this large ice chunk.
All right, lead the way.
Just
Where are we
follow
headed
me.
next?
I'm sure we'll find a safe pathway. I'm gonna, again, playing it smart. 5 foot jump.
All right.
That is gonna be a 10.
10.
I am cutting it close here on these things.
When you hit this chunk of ice, thud, you kind of haphazardly slip to the side. Go ahead and roll another dexterity saving throw.
That is a 25 again.
25. Is you're able to grind in and hold this trident into that ice chunk, it begins to teeter and tilt
Don't come over. No, just wait.
to the point where it's listing so much you're literally hanging on to the trident. And then it happens, it gets slammed into from the side. I need you to make another dexterity saving throw.
Okay, that is gonna be a, oh thank goodness, a 28.
28. As this chunk of ice is just waylaid, it almost, you can feel it creak and crack underneath you. As Histor, you look out and you can see just a massive whale slam into the side. She's barely hanging on. It slams in again, and you can hear that ice begin to crack.
This is not good, Histor. I need help. This is not okay. I'm not okay.
I need all of you to roll for initiative.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, shit.
Do you want me to roll initiative as well?
You can maybe hear me screaming.
We will not know what's going on until they tell us on comms.
The fish eats the cat.
You're probably gonna have to restart roll 20. It just went for me.
How dare it?
Right.
RoBear rolled good, cat. I'm only at a 13.
Not a 19. Hopefully that'll give me something. Gotta be faster than this damn fish.
All right. Ruby,
Yes.
what's your initiative?
19. Almost
Sister.
her age.
13.
All right. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Ruby, you are top of the order with a 19.
Okay. I need to add this Triton to my actual card. Let me do that first.
I'm
I
going
need
to
to be.
I'm going to have to make it a custom item because it
Okay.
also has attack properties as well, and I'm going to send those to you in a Discord DM right now.
Perfect. I'm gonna use something from that right now. I don't know what yet, but I will.
It's too bad Emery's not here with his trident of that dominates swimming beasts, huh?
Yeah, that would have been helpful.
Son of a bitch.
Damn it.
I knew we had a trident here somewhere.
Yeah, it's
Throw it.
It's like Emery's, but it also has an addition to it.
Without knowing, I was just gonna stick it in the water and stir it a bit like a magic potion. I don't know what to do with it.
Turns the trident around backwards and whacks the whale on the head.
Bad whale.
Bad fish.
Get out of here.
All right.
Gotcha. Okay. So, this fishy. Definitely within striking range. I'm gonna do a melee weapon attack.
All right. Roll that beautiful bean footage. +8 to hit.
Okay. That is gonna be 24. Sorry, I'm bad at math.
24 will hit.
Yes. Perfect. Okay, let me roll. I've got nothing else in my hand, so I'm using both hands with this. So I'm just taking it and just kind of like, also kind of using it as my stability. So as I'm going in,
So
I'm
you're hanging
leaning
onto this
forward.
thing sideways. If you choose to hit it, you're going all in whaling strike with it.
Fuck. Yeah, I'm doing
You're
that.
you're gonna jump off the side of that listing ice and go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing that dumb thing. I'm doing it. Both hands. Going for that attack. It's stupid, I know. 13 points of piercing damage.
13
Nice.
points of piercing damage.
Not a whole lot.
As you jump off Histor, you can see as that trident becomes hot to the touch, as she slams that trident into the side of the whale, still holding on to it. I need you to give a strength saving throw as it pierces and stays into that whale's flesh.
28.
No. I need Ruby to make that. I'm sorry. We just had a little internet blip there.
Okay, say that again.
Yeah, we need.
I was like, okay, Histor's doing something. I didn't know he was also holding this with me.
I thought it was such a forceful blast. I was having to keep my place on the ice.
No. I need Ruby to make that strength saving throw as the trident goes into the side of the whale.
Okay. All right, that is a 19.
19. As you strike that whale true on the side, you're standing literally on the side of this orca.
This will be
Attached.
fine, I promise.
As you can feel that trident hot to the touch, runes glowing in your hands. You are held there in place.
I look at Histor with complete disbelief that I pulled off whatever I thought I was doing.
All right. End of your turn, Ruby.
I can't do anything else.
All right. Here we go. Histor seeing what's going on. 2 icebergs in front of him. Pulls out his frost giant axe. Swings it around. He's going to dip it into the water as he casts command towards the orca. It needs to make a wisdom saving throw of 15.
Fun fact. When you cast this spell, Ruby, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh god. Oh, that's a nat 20. It's a nat 20. I am super smart. Smart decision lady here. As proof of all the actions I've done thus far.
Histor, as you cast command, looking over at the beast, this massive killer whale that Ruby is tangling with, you feel your spell dissipate as it fails.
Was that you? Quit fucking with my mind.
Histor's just gonna go over comms.
Ruby, you're being attacked by a fucking whale. Did you just kill my spell?
Did you just try to overcome my mind? Get out of my brain. Turns out I really don't know how that spell works.
Histor, anything else for your turn?
I think right now the whale and I are one.
I think he's picking up on that. The fact that it just wiped away whatever the fuck was going on there. I'm not gonna do anything else for this turn other than hang tight on this fucking floating iceberg.
All right. On the back of that whale, Ruby, all of a sudden you can feel the blowhole spit out. And you feel yourself lowering, still holding onto the trident. I need you to make a strength saving throw as you go under the water.
Oh, that is a 13.
13. Holding onto the trident, you become submerged. Holding your breath. You're waiting for this intense cold to hit. It does. It hits like needles all over your body. As you can feel yourself going deeper into this cold water. Do you open up your eyes?
One.
You peek out one. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other whales underneath the water.
I open both my eyes.
One particularly massive one
That I am not on.
that you were not on. As you dive underneath, and as you look, roll a perception check.
Isn't that one?
You're just too taken in by the entire scene. As they go underneath the water.
Cool.
Ruby,
Yeah.
I need you to make another wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That is a 21.
21. It feels like you're literally putting your ear up next to a loudspeaker. Just large drones and pulses come from every direction as you're under the water, and it's almost overwhelming. But you're able to maintain concentration and still holding on to the trident.
I'm just gonna focus on the trident. She's just staring at the trident now, focusing on it, holding on for dear life.
All right. Radio. Up top, you have seen this. She has sunk down in between the water. Simultaneously, you've seen 3 other large black fins crest, surface, and dip down below.
Where's my eject card? Fuck. I mean, I'm on a little piece of floating ice, and behind me is a smaller piece of floating ice, and in front of me is a larger piece of floating ice. So I'm gonna run and jump to the other side.
All right.
I want to get on the biggest piece I can see and get right in the fucking middle of it.
Go for it. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Shit. Oh, thank God. That's gonna be a 27.
27. You'll be able to get there no problem. Large enough, you're not going to have to worry about it tilting to the side.
As I make that jump, I'm gonna take my I mean, that's the only thing I can think of that I can do. Fuck it, I need echolocation. So I'm gonna try and use divine sense as my echolocation.
All right.
So,
what does divine sense grant you?
it lets me detect good and evil within 60 feet of me. Just to try and get a sense of what the fuck is around me and see if I can find Ruby.
When you use your divine sense, it's difficult. You can just get a faint pulse of Ruby with her chaotic good. Can't tell where all these whales are at, but you can tell that she's underneath there. It's faint though. Seems to be directly kind of underneath the large ice chunk that you're on right now.
Histor feels her presence below him. He puts his hand on the ice.
Cheekios! Cheekios! If you could pick this up, we're in some shit. Ruby's underneath the ice on a goddamn whale.
I've just been waiting for this phone call.
You have got to be fucking kidding me. I haven't even finished the bacon this morning.
You know, my friend, I wish I was kidding you, but she stuck a goddamn trident she found in Harsnack's house into a killer whale. That son of a bitch took her under.
Orders come. Ruby is riding whales underneath the sea.
Please get here as quick as you can.
All right.
What the fuck are you yelling about?
Ruby is underneath the fucking ice ocean riding whales now. She's using our new toy. We need to go make sure that we don't lose another person. Come,
Of course she is.
What is new?
As Valas grabs his gear, he's just gonna swear to God, we're gonna buy that cat a cage. We're gonna lock her in.
Good luck doing that. As we bust ass out of the front of Harshnag's house and been making our way to the edge, where we see Histor out there on this large chunk of ice, running around like a frantic parent. Ruby,
Hi.
I need to know your spellcasting modifier.
Let's pretend it's 42.
You're funny.
+3.
+3. All right. So this whale is going to have to make a well, if you cast a spell, what's it say for DCs? Because I think yours is higher than just a 13. Is yours a
16.
16? Okay, perfect.
Mhm.
I just need to rephrase the question. All right. This whale is going to have to make a wisdom saving throw. Unbeknownst to you knowing what exactly you're doing, it has to make a saving throw. It has a +1. Nat one's in the chat.
Yes!
Nice.
About time that dice broke that direction.
Ruby,
Yeah.
holding on to that trident, you can slowly feel the pins and needles of the cold release as you feel warm. And you don't know whether this is your body going into shock or you actually feel good. You open up your mouth just a little bit and you can breathe.
I'm like breathing in water and I'm okay.
You're fine. And as you slowly list forward, as you put your hand down on the side of that whale, you tilt and list to the side and you go to that side. You slowly are able to pull that trident out from the side of the whale. You can see all of the runes still glowing on it. You have full control of that orca.
Yes! Queen of the ocean! Perfect. Just for fun, we're gonna go above the water. We're gonna break it. Just so I could show off.
And you absolutely do, cresting up Free Willy style. Go ahead and roll a d20. This will be on this athletics. It's a +4.
Okay, that will be a 19 then.
Oh, 19. Yeah, you get some serious air, man. You definitely get your Hollywood shot as that thing up into the air high. You can literally see Ruby riding on the back of this orca, trident held up in the air before she dips back down underneath into the water again.
Yeah!
Seen a lot of shit in my life. Apparently, I ain't seen it all yet.
Cheekios, did you see a fucking cat riding a goddamn killer whale?
Mm.
That's what I thought.
As you look back behind, how fucked are we, Histor?
I'm confident it's a false alarm. I just watched her jumping damn orca, and she looked like she was having a good time.
Son of a bitch. You had me worried.
Fucking I was worried.
Thought we were going to have Ice Cube person ×2. Well, we know what the trident does now. If we look out, Ruby, what are you currently doing on the back of this whale now? Are you visible? Not visible?
We're visible, kind of just like weaving in and out of all the icebergs, ice platforms. Like I'm testing like our speed. I just look like I'm riding a motorcycle, like I'm leaning with it. Focused, ears back.
Well, at least it looks like she's found a way of transportation around here. Take that.
Do I know where the other orcas are?
Yeah, they're all still there in the water as well.
Okay.
Looks like when you went back down and you were finally brave enough to open up your eyes, it looks all of them are in particular hunting, listing these large chunks of ice, trying to knock whatever may be on top of them down into the water.
Hmm. Can I take my orca over to the vessel?
Yeah.
Perfect. I lean down and whisper, "Let's go over there." Because now we're best friends. Even though I'm forcing it to be my best friend. We're best friends. That's how I make all my friends. I yell back at Histor, "I'm going over to the vessel again. Keep up if you can, old man."
Thanks for leaving me on the ice, asshole.
Oh, they're flipping it. You should be careful.
It's just gonna look around like, fuck.
I gave you fair warning. You'll be fine.
I've only got 17 more icebergs to jump. Fuck you very much.
Is my orca big enough for two people to ride?
100% it's big enough.
I'm gonna dive underwater and we're gonna sneak up on Histor.
I'm already sizing up my next jump. Goddamn cat, son of a motherfucker.
We're gonna wait for his mid-jump and we're gonna try to catch him mid-jump.
It's like the perfect music.
My jump is going to be a 23. to hit the iceberg in front of me on the way towards that fucking ship.
Oh, you got the perfect arc just to snag him right there, Ruby.
Yes. We try to snag him. I'm gonna just reach up and pull him down over here.
All right.
Jesus! Yo, what the hell is going on?
You wanna ride or not?
You know, God damn it, Ruby, you can tell somebody when you're gonna do this shit. We do have comms.
Go! I'm not even carried. I'm gonna put my arms out and just like, look how fun this is.
I've got both arms around the dorsal fin of this thing. You sure you got this thing?
Oh, we're good. I'm gonna even stand up on the orca.
Full
Over of the front. Like I'm just like owning this.
full SeaWorld style.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, Dante has caught up as well to the rest of the group. Dante, could you please turn into your dragon form so we can catch these fuckers who are running away? It'd be my pleasure. As he transforms into his red dragon form. So Valas and I can hop on his back and catch up to you guys.
Cheaters.
Make your way over the course of the next 15, 20 minutes to this frozen vessel. You come to a little inlet. You see it broken, partially frozen into the shelf.
Well, let's go check it out, right?
You ever look at something, Ruby, and think, the fuck did that wind up there?
Yeah, that's why we're going on there.
You and me need to work on a communication thing. If there's something in your head, actually try telling somebody before you do it.
That takes planning, and I don't do that. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on my orca friend, because it was nice to me.
All right.
Before I hop off. That is gonna be 7 healing points of the 11 I damaged it with, so that's probably not so bad. It's just gonna leave a little scar to remember me by.
Which area would you like to pull up to first here?
Can we go kind of like right over, yeah, in here?
Mm-hmm. Perfect. All right. As you guys crest up, your newfound whale friend holds into position. Staying there inside that little bay, kind of just looking up, listening to you. And you feel at this point that you can actually telepathically send message back and forth, simple commands.
Okay. Good boy, stay. Not if you agree. Perfect.
Puts one flipper up.
Yeah, it's funny, Ruby. That's exactly what I was trying to do to it when you decided to cancel me out.
Looks like I had the great idea first. I suppose great minds think alike. Now let's get going. We don't have to wait for the others. Plus, if there's something really cool, then we can show them.
I'm gonna look around and see if I can find where the others are. I mean, it's only a 6, but it's a big flying dragon.
Can you spot the giant red dragon in this winter wonderland?
Yeah, you can see them. It takes you a minute. Just you're getting orientated to this new ice world.
I don't think you're gonna have to wait long, Ruby, because here they come.
Oh, we better hurry then. Let's go. Come on.
Let's go to the captain's quarters. Let's find out what this berth is.
Oh, I like that idea. Let's do that. I don't know where that would be on the ship. Is that in the middle again?
Mid-deck, behind the wheel.
Behind the wheel. Okay. Let's go. We're moving.
All right. As you guys move to that area of the ship as quick as you can. We'll go ahead and have you guys take your first break real quick as the rest of the group catches up to where you're at.
Awesome.
Ah.
E-break. All right, guys, we're going to run a quick ad. Remember, if you're a sub, you'll never see them. Anybody else out there land a card that didn't get redeemed? Just let me know. Yeah, it is a little complicated, but at least it is an avenue, Banshee. Which Banshee probably didn't see that at all because there's an ad running now. Doing good, guys. Doing real good, man. Any cards that we need to dole out to folks? I'm doing great, man. Having a blast getting to play D&D, the good shit.
$1d12 inspiration for Ruby, according to BRM.
Gotcha.
Oh, damn. Oh, baby. Days throwing down that 1d8 inspiration with a nat 20. I will take that.
Let's go.
Thank you very much.
When Ruby gets back, will you tell her that she has a 1d12? I'm gonna go fill my beverage up.
Got it. I'll put that in my hand so I don't forget it because I will lose my damn mind. What I see? I saw everything. Everything and nothing all at the same time. How you doing, Monkey? Hey, Ruby, guess what? She can't hear me. Hey, lady. Hey, lady! Put in your headphones. Guess what? I got it for you right here. Look, see what's in my hand? Ruby, see this? That's your 1d12 inspiration. Add it to your fucking sheet.
Yes, thank you.
No, thank the community. They gave it to you.
This is gonna save me one day, I know it.
Might save you tonight with the reckless shit you're pulling.
Hey, I'm all in for the adventure and stories. I gotta get them somehow. You don't get it by staying inside the cabin.
You were always all in. No shit.
I live life to the fullest until I die. Which I've done that a few times too.
Yep. You would think with as many times as you die, you would actually change your modus operandi, but no, it's still always, you know what? The gas pedal goes all the way to the floor for a reason.
Probably by bringing me back, it's like reinforcing bad behavior from me. It's fine.
What? Death is only temporary. I mean, look at Valas. He's back again.
I don't
Yes, he
care,
is back.
Death.
Back again.
Nothing's
Valas
permanent.
back. Tell a friend.
It's your birthday, Fortman? Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. The sun is shining, but the ice is slippery. This is true.
That sounds like a spy code word.
The sun is shining, but the ice is slippery.
Oh, I see you met the shadow.
The dog only hunts in the middle of the day.
Alec Baldwin's finer work.
You know what? I think that's by far the best movie he's ever done.
It probably is. I'm also very partial to those quasi superhero movies that are against like the mobsters and Nazis, like Rocketeer, Shadow, Dick Tracy. That era of comics.
No more dick. 30 seconds, no more dick.
What?
That's from Dick Tracy. That was.
Oh, okay.
God, I forgot his name. It was one of those weird faces.
Mumbles. I had a Dick Tracy watch.
That was Hoffman, wasn't it? Dustin Hoffman.
I have to go back on the Wayback Machine for that one.
I don't remember. So Mr. Withers, the amusement park owner.
Oh, Mr. Withers. So, as you guys run in searching to see whatever you can find, I want you guys to roll an investigation check. The rest of us are going to land and join on the deck of the ship as well. So, Emery, you can roll an investigation check.
Pause.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Whoever you are today. 18.
24.
Damn, I'm apparently just kicking boards over. I got a 16.
You guys are scouring in all the places where you think you might be able to find something. Valas, Captain, know just where to look if something were to be left behind. Mudcat, pick out one of your favorite Sea of Thieves hiding locations on the vessel.
I was going to ask if there was a captain's desk in the captain's quarters.
Very weathered, frozen in place.
I'm gonna reach a hand underneath it to underneath the open part of the desk to see if I can find any sort of like key hidden for the drawers.
You reach down and you can absolutely feel a key. Very frozen in place.
I don't want to firebolt it.
If only we had someone on our team with fire capabilities.
I know.
Well,
All you gotta do is ask for help.
With a cantrip, you can just produce a little bit of heat.
I'll produce a little bit of heat with my hand to melt that ice. Using firebolt.
Slowly melts
Firebolt.
that key as it drips down into your hand. You look to the edge. On that key, you can see what looks like the Guinness harp.
Anybody find anything?
There's a old captain's trick. You hide the important shit under your desk.
Wait, what do you mean? What did you find?
I found this key. I'm gonna try it on the desk.
I'm gonna come over and look at it. Wait, hold on. What's on the end of that key?
I don't know. We're gonna see if it unlocks this desk.
The fuck does the key have on it?
It's got a little harp on it.
A harp?
Oh, it's fucking decorated. What do you want? It's like if it's a fucking key.
No. This is a Harper ship?
I'm sorry, what?
No. Lord Roaringhorn. He was a Harper. That's how he got into the party. We had a coin that had a harp on it. That was part of his order.
So you think this is his ship?
No, Harpers are a large organization. But I guarantee you there's more to this ship than what we see right now.
Wallace is still gonna try the key in the desk drawers.
So you think there's more?
Well, I mean, what do we know about Lord Roaringhorn? He used a lot of magic.
He drank a lot.
He used a lot of magic.
And yes, that too.
As you put the key in, Valas, it opens up that front desk drawer.
Gonna just search in it to see what's in there.
You produce an immaculately maintained leather-bound journal.
I'm gonna pull it out and I'm gonna put it on the desk. I assume this is some sort of log or journal. So, I'm gonna thumb
Two
through it.
gold wedding rings.
I'm gonna take those rings and put both of them on my fingers.
I think the other one's supposed to go on somebody else's finger.
Well, nobody loved his ass so much as Valas did.
They look fine on my hand.
It's.
So I'm
But what
sliding
are
both those
those
rings on my
doing
fingers.
here?
Then I'm perusing that journal.
Sorry.
What does the book say?
You've been scanning through the front of this journal. You find daily logs, nothing of particular importance for the first 30, 40, 50 pages. Nothing jumps out at you.
Can I tell from the logs what the ship was like carrying?
Go ahead and roll an investigation check with advantage.
25.
25. You look at this and it's supposed to be marked as a trading ship, but you know this is bullshit. It is 100% bullshit. By the 10th page, you can tell that this is not a trading vessel.
There's ledgers here, but they don't add up. I'm gonna keep thumbing through.
Eventually, as you scroll through, you've seen the name Artist Simber pop up several times.
Artist Simber. Who the fuck is Artist Simber?
Wait, what?
Oh, that's the one with the Ring of Winter.
That's Sirach. Wait, shut up. That's Sirach's dad. He's the one who had the Ring of Winter.
You know this fucker?
Well,
Yeah, this is the one the fucking Frost Giants were looking for when they raided the fucking town we were in.
we also
his-
were looking for him, but we weren't able to find him. We've never met him.
His name's in this thing a lot.
The fuck would he be out here for?
That explains why they have the Ring of Winter, though, right?
Yeah, but a man who doesn't want to be found right in the place where everybody's looking for him.
Can I tell who this guy is from any more of this journal? Anything else about him?
As you get to the back, it quickly turns from normal logs into a handwritten journal.
Wait, there's something else here. We should you should read this.
Day 14. We've been on the run for days. We've drastically underestimated the sailing capabilities of even the worst of the giants. I guess we were just so consumed on the mission at hand. We just never really thought how the fuck we were gonna get out of here. Fear for my crew. I fear for my wife. I fear for my son. We should have never been. Just should have never been on this vessel. But it was the perfect cover. A couple pages are ripped and torn. You scan towards the end. Day 21. There's only 3 of us left now. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Gods forgive me. Our December.
The hell did he do?
I don't know, but that doesn't sound good. I bet if we search this ship, we're gonna find bodies.
Let's see whose bodies we can find.
I'm going to take the key out, and I'm gonna try it on if there's any other drawers on the desk.
Yeah, there are other drawers.
I'm gonna take key in all of them.
Take that book. When you get back to Chirac, I think you should know how his father felt about him. Trust me, I know about fatherly regret.
Yeah, I'm gonna hand Histor the book.
Histor's not even going to put it in his sack. He's going to tuck it underneath his armor. Keep it safe.
You want to go look for some dead bodies? Yeah.
I'm gonna search the rest of this desk and see if there's anything here.
All right, Ruby. Big frozen ass ship. Let's go find what we can find.
I'm gonna head down below.
I'm right behind you.
Can you produce like a small flame so we can see down here? It's rather dark and it's hard to find dead bodies unless you trip over them.
Can I look around and find something to make a rudimentary torch with?
You have enough supplies in your adventurer's pack.
I reach into my pack and grab some torch supplies, wrap up a couple of torches and light it up with my breath and hand one off to you.
Thank you.
All right. Now we got light, a little bit of heat. Let's see what we can find down below.
Perfect. You walk the left side of the ship, I'll walk the right.
Port and starboard. You
Port
got it,
and
Captain.
starboard. Deal. Which one's what? Which one am I on then? I don't know which one was which.
I'm gonna let you figure that out. And he's just gonna walk the direction that she told him to.
It's not like they're labeled. How am I supposed to know? I'm walking on the right side. I don't know. The starboard side.
You were supposed to take port. That's the left side.
I thought fine. I'm taking port. The left side.
As you go down it,
remember this.
it doesn't matter because the ship has been frozen into the side of the iceberg. There's about 10 feet on either side that you're actually able to navigate as you guys have been arguing on your way, stepping down in.
We're going far. I'll
Well,
explore all of the port side, and you can explore all of the starboard right side.
yep. And I see a bunch of ice. Here's my investigation check on that. That's gonna be a dirty 20.
As the mood sours, as you go down in your torchlight, you can see 2 bodies frozen in either chair. A man and a woman.
This is always sad to see.
Who were they, I wonder?
As you
And go
approach,
over to inspect. Yeah.
you look, you can see, look to be late 30s. Pale blue skin at this point. There's preserved as you would expect to find far into the north. Still hands clasped and frozen together. Held as well as a dagger crisscrossed, as it appears they took each of their lives together at the same time. Histor, you're able to look down and see missing rings on each wedding finger.
It's gonna reach down and touch one of their hands, seeing the indentation on the finger where those bands would have been. Yes, we found out whose wedding rings those were.
Why would they take them off?
Was someone else alive when they died?
I don't understand though. Why would
Or they put them there before they did this.
Cheekios makes his way down and kind of sees the scene.
why would they take off the rings, Cheekios? I don't know why they would do that.
Only if you want someone to find him. I don't think they ever intended to be on the surface where they are. I don't think this is their desired resting place.
Mm.
But if this is true, I think we may have finally found our artist Simber. No wonder no one could find him.
Hard to find a dead man in the ice.
Now the question is, who made their way out? Who took Serac from this ship? If he is the only survivor, there's someone else.
Oh. Well, I don't know. I'm not much of a detective. I don't. Is there a I don't know. I almost said attendee list. where all the names are on of these ship people.
Histor reaches up, pulls the book out of underneath his armor. Would have been in this.
It has a list of all the crew members.
Valas.
Yep.
You've been attempting to go through the other files. You find some more sheets.
Mm-hmm.
Another less ornament logbook. You're flipping, scanning through it. You can just see what looks like giant runes in numerics carved out at the top of the ledger. And then it fades down into common. I think we found our golden ticket today. There's one of theirs that wants to defect. This may be our best chance. Agent 6. You flip through, you go through a couple more pages. Codename BFG. He's in. He'll do it. We need to set the date, and it needs to be soon. Agent 5. You flip to the next couple of pages. More runic giant.
I don't know, Ruby. I can't find anything in this fucking book.
Well, this isn't very helpful. So we at least know that one's our December, right? We think.
I mean, I can only with the notes in the book and the rings that Valas has.
Right.
It could only be him.
And then his wife. Does
Yeah.
she have a name?
I didn't see it listed in his writings.
Fortunately, it doesn't. You're not able to pinpoint it within the writings.
Maybe I don't know, maybe Valas found something else. But we can't leave them here like this.
No. All right. Shall we set up something nice outside? Or is there something more proper for sailors? I don't know.
Can't risk it. Can't risk it this close to those frost giants. They see the smoke. I know of one way. Histor tucks the book back up underneath his breast, kneels down in front of the bodies and takes his hands, caresses the sides of their head, traces a symbol on both their foreheads. And as he traces it over and over and over again, you can start to see it's creating a white light in the form of a dragon. And as it starts to glow brighter and brighter, he puts both one hand on the chest of one hand on the chest of the other, and starts to chant a draconic As he chants, their bodies start to glow in a white light. It's not warm, it's just bright. And then as the light hits this brightest point, you can feel the air suck out of the room. And where there was once bodies, there's just two small piles of ash. Histor takes his bag, puts ash from each one in the bag, ties it up and puts it in a sack. I'm saving this for Sirach, the journal. We'll bury them where he wants them buried when this is all done.
That is very kind of you. Also, small note, if I die, that's how I would like to have my body taken care of, okay? That was really beautiful.
Ruby,
Done, Histor.
you always make me smile with the blessings of Bahamut.
Yeah, we'll put in a good word for me with him, okay? He doesn't
Alice.
quite know me. Huh?
Alice, you find anything else out up there?
At this point, Valas has found a half-empty bottle of rum and cracked it open and is sitting at the table just drinking it and perusing more papers. Whatever. Yeah, I found some stuff. Do you guys read Giant? I don't really understand any of it.
Nope.
I only know a small amount. If we only had 90 here right now.
Well, all I know is there seems to be some sort of agents or defectors. I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It's really just random. It's just random scribblings. None of it makes any sense. He's gonna continue to toss drawers or whatever, look around the office for stuff.
I mean, we know Artist Timber was on a mission to retrieve the Ring of Winter, and he succeeded. We know that. Everyone has been looking for him.
Well,
So if the mission was to get to the Ring of Winter, they got it. Obviously, the Jarl has had the ring before.
Do you think the agent is still there?
I don't know. He said it just said BFG. This is all that we know.
Big fucking giant. Well, there's a lot of those.
I didn't even tell you guys that yet.
Sailors aren't the ones with the most tact, no?
Well, what we do know now is that the Jarl has the ring.
And there's a defector.
And a defector. Are there any notes about the ring in here? Did he leave any literature?
Valas is walking down here and these guys talk through the deck. He's gonna walk down to him and bottle of rum in hand, and there's nothing about the rings. It's just giant chicken scratch and something about an Agent 6 and an Agent 5 and a giant defector. There's no connecting pieces. It's just random.
Now, they're not referring to Harshnag, right? As a defector?
Well, We were right next to his house. You tell me.
Well, I mean,
Histor.
obviously, he and the Jarl did not have much. That could have been something.
They did. They called him a traitor.
So maybe he's our Agent 6? Was our Agent 6?
I think he's our BFG.
Was.
He was, and he's gonna offer Ruby a bottle of rum.
Yeah, thank you.
I have a handout to open when Ruby's done with the bottle of rum.
Valas is going to look around the ship, or the inside of the ship and the outside, and see if this thing is somehow frozen to the side. But is it salvageable?
Mudcat, you have second wind.
I got it already.
Okay.
I'm gonna
He's
pass
gonna
the
look
rum
around to see if
along.
there's a way to salvage this ship as a viable vessel. And maybe if the ice was cleared.
With enough time, with your crew, you've made worse shit work in the underworld.
Are we ruling that I'm able to summon my undeads here?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. Then I will, I don't know, but, I don't know about this Agent 6 or this Agent 5 or any of that shit, but I do know that the ship seems to be fucked up, but it's intact. And I think I can get this thing back in the water. Seems like a better option than walking through the fucking snow.
We could always take the whale.
You know, if anything else, fucking, we'll use the ship as a goddamn diversion to sneak in the back door.
Yeah, Histor, I don't want to hear any more about your back door. And Valas is gonna turn around and like just raise his hands up and just a black, ethereal like mist is gonna flow out around the ship, and we'll just say the dead bodies from inside the ice outside the ship raise up and break through the ice and climb aboard the boat and start working on it, chipping away ice and repairing holes and fixing whatever they can fix.
Histor,
Yeah.
can you talk? Chokes up a little bit. Can you talk to Arsnag? Did he say anything that could help him? Have you ever had a conversation like this?
All the times I drank with that guy, he never once brought up anything that I can remember about this. And I'm pretty sure he knew we were chasing Artis Semper at one point. So it doesn't fucking add up, man. I can't make sense of it. He trusted us. Why wouldn't he tell us if this was happening or had already happened?
If this is true, it means he is a harper, Roinghorn is a harper, Artis Semper is a harper. They have their own oath, my friend. It all makes sense now. What? I mean, Roinghorn is a nice guy, no? But you don't just show someone you've never met the world. There's regret in his eyes with Sharrak. Sharrak is home and he doesn't even know. These are his godparents.
Explains why he took him in. I mean,
playboy with a lot of money doesn't have to fucking bring on someone else's bastard child.
I feel like we need to know a little bit more about this group. Even if they are friendly, they sure do a lot that impacts us.
They're much like us, except for larger, separate groups.
Been at it a longer fucking time than we have, too.
Centuries. In the end, their ultimate goal was to protect the Ring of Winter so that this would never happen again.
Well, clearly they had the bad news, but they knew about it.
Well, they did well. They protected it from the Jarl. It's all making sense now. But they didn't know how to protect it from Sansuri. Sansuri is the one who found the Ring of Winter.
How did she find them?
I don't know. But considering the Jarl's worlds, when he left, they had some sort of pact. Whether she wanted her conch back, or whether it was just to kill us, there was a deal made.
Yeah, but do you think he broke that shit?
He said, fuck Sansuri. There was no fucks given when he left. When he went through that portal, he was done. He did not care about it.
That's a good sign, at least for us.
They could have killed all of us there.
If she pops up here, at least it's not just us she's coming for.
What if...
She is consumed by rage. She no longer has any joy. All she has been thinking about, day in and day out, is what we have taken from her.
What if she had a chance to get it back? If only an illusion. And she heard about the betrayal of the Jarl. And that he wasn't only holding Emery in the conch of teleportation, but also her daughter.
Huh. Now that's an idea. I like a little trickery.
Like to fight my enemies in open combat, but every once in a while, gotta juke around.
Yeah, well, she's a bitch.
Unfortunately, she is still her daughter. But she is not her daughter? No?
What do you know? What do you know?
I've been checking on her
Yeah? What do you...
at night.
Uh-huh. That doesn't sound creepy.
It's not supposed to...
It's fine.
It's
What
not.
happened?
It's not creepy. It's just when I have spare time when I'm not cooking and cleaning in front of everyone else.
Okay.
Looks like you just gives you the eyes.
I'm just playing with you. What happened? What do you know about her?
She's not young anymore. She's been in the Fae for quite some time. Time is different, no?
True.
We've experienced that. She's very much a grown woman now. She's in the court. It's not the same anymore. She's not. She is more Fae than Sansuri's daughter now.
Oh, well, that's fine, but Sansuri doesn't know that, does she?
No, she does not know that.
It's all about the illusion. What really happens at the end does not matter, right? As long as she thinks her daughter is there. We tried it once before. It didn't work out so well with the son, but But if we learn from our mistakes and we do it better, yeah?
What I fear the most is that when we took her happiness away, we took her joy for her daughter. Think about this. If you lost everything, what would you do first? Revenge against the ones who took it away from you? Would you go find your daughter?
Well, she hasn't tried to find her daughter as far as we know.
We don't know that.
Oh.
Don't know that. I am worried that all that is left in her heart is the revenge against us. She doesn't even care about the ordinary anymore. She clearly let frost giants have their way. Just at a chance that we might die.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
Screw her then. There's still a gambit out there we haven't played.
Another thing?
Remember the Eye of the All-Father? It's supposed to be some giant temple.
Arsnag wouldn't shut up about it when we first met him.
Right. Maybe if it's here, he would have left us something to find it.
Oh my god, are you
I think
saying
that
what
would be great.
what I think you are saying? Do you think he was trying to tell us where the Ring of Winter was?
Yeah, I think he was.
We're so stupid. I think because he's hidden it in the temple of the Eye of the Allfather. Now we do not have our guide.
But he may have left us clues.
Perhaps if this ship had the Ring of Winter and if Harshnag was the BFG, maybe there's still something here. Maybe there's something in the documents I've missed. Some lead. I can check again.
You should. Check again. I mean, why not? I mean, if this is an option, because let's be honest, we are outnumbered by a lot. I don't know, at least by more than 2. But also, we don't even know what we're getting ourselves into or how to beat that freaking Jarl alone. Can't get close to him. We're at a huge disadvantage. So any smart play would be a good idea.
It is indeed an improbable assault. It's kept me up all night just thinking about the numbers that we could run into. Especially inside the power of their own realm.
I mean, I've got at least one orca, but it's not enough, I don't think, unless we can push them into the water one by one. So
I'm not opposed to it, Ruby.
we could probably get one off guard that way, but 2
Or 200.
or 200, especially because they live here. Surely they know orcas are in the water. I think. I don't know. Maybe they're really dumb.
As we can see, they've been hunting them for some time.
So, let's look for clues. Maybe he has a map. Wouldn't that be great? Surely there's a map. Or...
I didn't
something.
see any
Wow.
maps in the ship, but
We'll look for clues. Like something like the first letter of every line. Or... Well, that's the only code I know. But look for something like that. Or if the word is misspelled, maybe the letter that's out of place is part of the clue. Like that. That's another thing. I've got 2 puzzles.
Alice is going to take the bottle of rum from whoever's holding it and just take a huge drink out of it listening to this.
Do you need help with that?
I need help with repairing the ship.
Oh.
Roll a history check.
20, dirty 20.
Mud, you both your one character that was there is not here for this history check. Radio, what'd you get?
16.
16. Cheekios got an 18 plus 1. Histor, just think for me with a second. When you would talk about the Eye of the Allfather, said it was built by ancient ancestors under the spine of the world. I remember you said it's a giant legend, but something about the temple and an oracle. Can you remember anything else?
Other than it being in the north. That's all I can remember.
Is the spine a metaphor for something?
No, it was something to do with the giant lords of Astoria.
Astoria. Giant Lords of Astoria.
Is that the place? I'm very bad with geography. We didn't have that as a class growing up.
I don't think you had any classes, Ruby.
Well, yeah, it was really awesome actually. but obviously not helpful right now. So is that the place? Astoria?
Don't know, but if they hid it, it would be here. It's somewhere in the north.
Does the captain's log have any information of like their past locations? Perhaps we could backtrack from where the ship came. Listen, I'm just throwing out a million ideas here.
If they hid it there, they won't. If they hid it there, they won't leave it in the log.
I don't know. Maybe they're dumb. What about...
Valas, is there anything in the log that wasn't giant or common?
In which log?
Anything you've read?
Nah, everything seemed to be
Alice, you did come across one.
okay.
One chart does have a mountain pass that mentions the Valley of Kedrun.
There was something about a pass at a, I don't know. There was a chart. It didn't seem like it was anything. He's gonna run upstairs. Hold on, I'll be right back. And I grab the other logbook and come back with it and open it up, and it's like just seems like a mountain pass, not something that I would. I mean, what good is a mountain pass for a ship?
Exactly. What good is a mountain pass for a ship if you're gonna hide one of the most important things, like the Ring of Winter, you're gonna hide it in plain sight, or it's gonna get overlooked.
Is there any sort of navigational heading to this pass on the that I might recognize?
Yeah,
Okay.
you know how to get there with this chart.
Well, I can. I don't know if this is anything or if it's what we're looking for, but I mean, if you think it's a viable option, I could set a course there once the ship is ready.
If
Yeah.
that's where the Eye of the Allfather is, if we want to cut the throat of the Jarl and have a chance in this fight, something tells me that is exactly where we need to be.
I say we take it. It's worth our time.
Well then, once we're back in the water, then that's where we'll go then.
Okay, Captain, what do we do?
It's just gonna throw his axe over his shoulder. Tell me what I need to break up.
I mean, you could use the axe, or you could just go melt some of that ice.
We can do that. Let's do that part. That
If you
sounds
think you could
good.
handle it.
I'll try not to set your ship on fire, Captain.
I don't know about that.
Dante,
Yes.
why don't you and help me out with this?
And the skeletons are down there too, like just not even with tools, just punching the ice. They don't have any tools, they're just hacking at it with their bare hands.
I assume I will still respond to a whistle.
I wasn't whistling. I was just, trying to, that shit you do where you become the big baby boy.
He just pats you on top of your head.
If one of you guys could at least light the stove down here, warm up the deck, might help.
I'll take care of that for you. Baby boy's got bigger things to do.
He just
I'll stand here.
shakes his head as he transforms back into dragon form when he's back outside.
And Valas is gonna, when she says I'll stand here, he's gonna bend down and pick up a bucket, shove a bucket in her hands and say, no, that melted ice has got to go somewhere. Can't be in the bottom of the ship.
You put her on bilge duty if and in roleplay. That's brutal. That's fucking brutal.
Oh no!
Don't worry,
Really?
I'll join you. Don't worry, I'm down there too. Why do we on bilge duty?
This is not fair. We're better than this.
Whatever. At least you got to ride on a whale.
Oh, that's because I'm just cool like that.
One of these days, it's not going to work out for you, and the whale is going to be riding you.
Do you want to ride on the whale next time?
Yes, I want to ride on the whale next time. It looked wonderful.
It was really awesome, actually.
You were breathing underwater. That is amazing.
I know. I'm like a fish now. I respect them so much more now when I'm going to eat them.
It's kind of
It's
fucked
also
up,
really Cool. Well,
Kinda fucked up.
that's my life. But now I can tell people I've ridden on a whale and I've been underwater. So that's pretty cool.
Hands are so fucking cold. It's hard to think. I'm sorry. Shit.
We have no flame. I have nothing.
It's
Maybe
fine.
a torch?
No, it is fine. It is fine.
Go
Just,
stand by the torch. Put your hands on. Do you want my mittens? Do you
And
want my mittens?
I look up and it's just another wall of water just comes crashing down from Dante, melting the blocks in front.
This is going to take forever.
I want to cut a hole at the end of the ship so it just drains out.
No, we can't do that. I really considered it. That.
If it hits me again and I pee my pants, I am going to cut a hole in the end of that ship.
Don't tell anyone. Do we have anybody that can control water or something? Bloody.
I cast my mage hand. It's also working with a bucket. Building
That's a
out.
good idea. Why didn't you do that from the beginning? Come on.
sometimes I forget my own capabilities.
Let's get going. We've got to get this out faster. Plus, then, once we're done, we can go right on the whale.
This is true, and our friends depend on this.
Yes.
But it's our only shot to help them.
I hate this.
At this point, some of the skeletons have come down now with buckets, and they're much slower though. They just drop the bucket in the water and then kind of drag it behind them, smacking the ground.
Oh my god! I take one of the buckets away from them. Now I'm doing 2. This is just ridiculous. They're useless. Why do we even have them?
Unfortunately, the skeletons carry over Valas' intelligence. It's rather unfortunate. You hate to see it.
Sad. It's very sad. I'm carrying 2 at a time. Like, just freaking slow. Look at them. I'm like, now I feel like it's a personal challenge to go faster than them. I'm trying to lap them.
At this point, we officially cut down into the ice where we have both shelves where it's time to try to push this thing back together again. Ruby,
Yes?
go get your whale. I don't want you to get down on that side. Have it nose that thing up there.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to whistle at it from the side. Come here.
Dante puts his hands on his hips until he realizes it's not to him.
Do I see that?
Skeletons all gather at the front and just aimlessly throw their bodies at the front of the ship.
Like throw their bodies like how?
Like they'll literally just be walking, and they'll get stopped by the ship. They'll just keep walking, pushing with their foreheads, and they'll some of them will fall down and create a pile underneath the front of the ship, and they just keep the pile keeps growing, and they just so the ship kind of lifts up to slide down.
Fucking World War Z over here.
Yeah.
I'm at least gonna hop onto my orca just for a good view of this. Jump over the side.
Bodies.
Get on your orca. It's nudging, pushing. It's making slow progress. Go ahead and roll for your orca. Roll a strength check.
Nat 20. Got a strong ass whale.
Let's go.
As you make one circle around after you've hopped on the back, you go in for a massive belly slide. And she just jumps up with you on the back and just slams in the back of the ship as it lifts forward and gets it close enough now.
And this is how it's done.
Where your skeletons can begin to repair. As you've taken down any vanity wall that you could possibly take down for extra boards just to try to get this thing patchwork together.
Yeah, and I'm gonna find supplies on the ship that to put in between the boards to seal the joints. If there's any sort of like tar or anything like that on the ship.
It does. You've been going through the process of getting what's been frozen unfrozen, making this thing seaworthy again. Over the course of the day, you're able to put this Harper vessel back together again.
Does the ship have a name on its side?
Don't know. It's been an ice. After letting it rest, slowly lifts back out into the water for its first test. It appears seaworthy and holds. You look, you scan, you try to find a name, Ruby. You just can't. But every little detail between the handrails down to the decking, you find small harps worked into everything. Unseen by the eye unless someone was looking for it.
I wonder if this whole thing is just infused with magic somehow.
It was infused with magic. Yeah. It is still upright here, not at the bottom of the ocean, so I shouldn't say that. I don't know.
Well, we should give her a name. She's still seaworthy, right? Anybody got any ideas? Nothing stupid.
You can name it after we see if it sinks.
She's gonna be fine, and if she sinks, we have my whale. And pat my whale on the head. I should name my whale.
Should name your whale.
I think of a name, but you guys think of the ship name. Deal?
Deal.
Perfect. Let's see. Think. Think. A good name should sound strong. It should reflect the way in which we met.
You can always call him Jerry. That fucker saved our lives a couple of times.
Jerry saved our lives. That's not a bad idea. Plus, he can dance. Could dance. Did dance.
Jerry's head just bobs up and down.
Yes.
And,
Jerry. Her name is Jerry.
Jerry the whale.
I like it. Hear that?
Jerry's
You know what? I got this, you brooding bastard. Because we called the whale Jerry, you can call the ship the Stolen Scimitar.
Oh, that's a cool name. I like it. I like that one a lot. That sounds really cool.
That's a fine name, but I had something else in mind.
I'm
What
all
are your
ears.
ideas?
Actually, I'm one ear.
He's gonna, still holding the bottle of rum, he's gonna take it in his hand and he's gonna cock it back and he's gonna look at him and say, Harshnag's sacrifice, and then break the bottle on the ship.
Oh,
Harshnag's sacrifice.
Better name. I like it.
I
Even
figured you
better.
guys might like that.
yeah. All right. Do we have any rum to cheers to that or something? I don't know.
Shit.
Did you just break our last bottle?
Cheekios just hands his wineskin over. You think I run dry?
Good. Glad so. Or I'll
Not-
have something here.
Not this sponge.
Take a swig. Hand it out. Anybody else?
Give me some of that shit.
There you go.
He's just gonna tip it up. Ah,
Harshnag's
Who's next?
sacrifice.
Dante,
Yes.
you earned a sip of this. And
Not
I
a-
know you like it.
Just looks at you and shakes his head. Picks
Is
drinks it on his own accord.
Don't forget, baby boy, I still remember your first word. Beer.
True, we were all there to see it.
Just shakes his head and drinks more than a sip.
Maybe I should stop having kids. They all fucking hate me.
you're just now figuring this out?
Histor, the problem is you never let them stop being kids.
Just gotta think about that.
You have to let them grow up. Everything
They
is always.
do. They do grow up. But they're
don't-
still fucking kids.
What?
That is your problem. You don't treat them any differently.
Over 4 of them, their
Yes.
goddamn father. I gotta keep them in check.
Histor. Reason with me for a second. I understand. You weren't able to be there for all the years that they were kids. And I know that you want them to have that time. But that time is gone.
God damn it, I want that time. He catches himself.
I know you do.
Cheekios. I don't think I've ever admitted that.
Well, let it be known today, in this cold fucking place, is the first day that you listen to me. And he hands you over his wineskin.
I was eavesdropping and I definitely thought that was hilarious. I just start laughing. Trying to hide it, but I'm laughing.
If you want to treat anyone as a child, she is still a child. Feel
You
free.
have like 2 more years for me and that's about it, okay?
Feel free.
This
She
is
is
actually-
still a child.
For 2
Actually, the
years.
first time, Histor's not gonna drink. He's just gonna hand the wineskin over to Ruby. Here, you were in this drink.
Thank you. What did I do?
Look where we are. We wouldn't be here without you. You crazy whale riding son of a bitch.
I like that name. You know, I've got a hell of a resume being like 22, so.
You have come a long way from stealing sweet potatoes.
Well, I'm not above it still. Potatoes are important.
Tubers are important.
But now I've had rat and bacon. Potatoes are kind of like bottom of the bucket.
You need to put the bacon on the potato.
Oh, I never thought of that. Well, here's to the one of many things that I will do that is stupid but will get us somewhere good, right?
Awesome. I'll sell to that.
Just you both make sure I don't die, okay? Deal?
Deal.
Deal.
I'm gonna take a drink and I'll pass it along.
Warrior Queen of the Fae.
And doctor. And doctor.
And Valas.
And ship captain.
Well, Captain. Could you
Not
help me
this
with the
ship.
captainly duty?
No, this
I
is
need
not
help
this
repairing
ship.
this over here.
My ship is in the sky.
Yes, but my ship's here, and I need help repairing something, and only you can do the job.
Why is it a special job?
Of course it is. That's why I
What
asked
kind
you.
of special job.
But it's easier to show.
Fine. Let's see this.
It's gonna lead her down to the bottom of the ship. Well, just down from where we're at, and it's in there. Do you think you can bend that bar? It's crooked. I need it bent.
This
You
is
have the
very-
strength?
Yes. But I'm not even the strongest one here.
Yes, but you have the experience.
I
Can you
don't
do it or
trust
not?
him. Is he lying?
Roll an insight check.
I'm rolling an insight check. No one calls me strong. That's a 10.
19 on deception.
Okay, fine. All right. Well, you know what? I am very strong. She's gonna roll up her sleeves, and she's gonna grab the bar and try to bend it.
As she goes to bend that bar, I shut the door on the brig that she's now in. And I lock it with that armor.
Oh my god!
You did it! Let me out!
Hey, you You fucking drug us across a fucking frozen wasteland.
No!
You steal potatoes. You keep getting us into so much shit. You can just chill in there a while, and he's gonna toss the key to Cheekios.
I will go crazy. I'm not supposed to be caged up. I will remember this. I will remember this and kill you in your sleep. No, I'm gonna wake you up, and then I'm going to torture you, and then I'll kill you. Or I'll torture you, and then you'll fall asleep, and then I'll kill you. And I don't know, but let me out of here.
Despite all of your rage, you're still just a cat in a cage.
No.
And he's gonna toss the key to Cheekios and walk up to the top deck.
No.
How prophetic.
I told you, as he walks by Cheekios.
And I pull up a chair and I sit down AC Slater style and I just spin the key on my front finger. So Ruby, let's play a game.
No. If it gives me the key, I will play whatever game you want, but give me the key. Give me the key. Look at me. We've been to the Fae together. Yeah. Right? We've been through so much. You wouldn't do this to me, right? Like, you have mutual respect. We are both great individuals, and neither of us deserves to be locked up in this cage. Look at me.
Hold on.
I'm dying.
I think I hear seagulls. I want to see the ship take off from where we're at in the horizon. Hold on. I will be Ruby. No. I will be right back. I will be right back.
I want to do it too. Don't leave me on her.
I promise you. I will be right back. But I want to see the ship.
Give me back here.
I make my way halfway up the steps, but then I just kind of I go clop, clop, clop. I just stay there just because I want to hear you continue to.
I'm just like shaking the kid. I'm going crazy. Someone help me. Oh, it's been 23 years down. Help me. I'm aging. You're going to give me gray hairs from this. I'm shaking the cage.
Valas, what the hell's going on down there?
My shit.
Just Ruby is she's just getting used to the accommodations.
Help me!
You didn't he's gonna look right in the eyes of Valas. You didn't do what I think you did you?
Help me!
I don't know what you think I did. I just gave her a tour of her quarters.
It's just screaming.
Would you you wanna make a wager on how long she lasts in there? Spin a gold coin in his hand.
What's the over under on about 6 minutes?
Yeah, well, I could.
I'm dying.
6 minutes. I don't think anything happens.
Is there
I'll
anything in here I can
put 10 gold
throw?
on that.
I'm gonna start running my entire body into the cage right now, just in the door.
With
Me.
with a smile on his face, Dante walks down with his book.
Dante. Little Dante. Do you remember me?
He sits down in the chair. I thought you might like me to read to you. And what shall there be of education? Can we find better than the traditional sort?
Dante, come here.
And this has 2 divisions.
Come here,
Gymnastics of the body.
Pick out the
and
part
music
that I'd
for
really
the
like
soul.
to learn about.
True.
Come here.
Shall we begin education with music, or shall we go on to gymnastics?
God, I will murder you.
By all means.
No, don't kill me with knowledge. I'm dying in the worst way.
These are ancient philosophers, Ruby. even he can't hold it anymore.
I hate this.
He closes the text from Plato.
Dante, this is not a conductive learning environment for me. Let me out of here.
Right.
Look at me. Look at me.
Yes, Ruby.
You will get the key and you will get me out of here. I have been here your entire life.
I mean, you were for the first 5 minutes.
That's true. Fine. I was there for the first 5 minutes.
And then you gave me away. Now we're even.
Give you away. Like you're something to give away. You're your own life. I don't own you. I never own you. Because nobody owns another creature. That's not how that works. I figured you
You
would
were
have been
so
somebody
warm and you
who
gave me to the
others
cold
and something like
lizard.
that was petty of you, and you know that. Because I don't believe that somebody is owed by someone else. And I stand by that.
I will go get the key, Mother.
Don't ever call me that again.
Tomorrow.
God,
And he walks.
fucking damn you. This is why I have no children in my life, because children are shitty. Fuck it. No one calls me a fucking mother ever again. They're bastards and I hate it and they never listen to me.
Alice, you getting all this shit? I heard mother and bastard all in the same sentence.
No
No.
one
No, but
cares
has it
what
been,
I think. Why do you think I ran away? Because I didn't want to be a fucking mother and everybody called me a fucking mother.
How long has it been?
I've got fucking 4 minutes on mine.
I. Histor.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Hit me.
You can finally tell us that story.
Oh, Histor runs down and stays within arm's distance of the bars. I'll get you out, Ruby. But you have to tell me the story.
No, because I'm mad right now and nobody ever listens to me and you call me fucking mother again and now I say stupid stuff and I'm upset. And I don't appreciate it because nobody listens to me when I say don't do that and they keep doing that.
No story, no key.
I don't care. It's fine. I'm going to sit in the corner. I don't give a fucking damn because nobody cared about me when I said to stop it. You guys think you're so funny until you are mean to me. I said I didn't want to be called a mother and everybody keeps doing it. There's a reason I don't want it. I didn't want that life and I left it and everybody keeps shoving it in my face. I will live my own damn life free of those responsibilities. Free of what I was promised that I was supposed to do and I'm not doing it.
You want to be free?
I don't care anymore.
Tell me why you have a problem with being mother.
Because that's what everyone is supposed to do. And if I had stayed in my stupid little clan, I would have been married off as I was supposed to do and have children because that's what I was supposed to be. And I'm not doing that. That is a life I didn't want. And so instead of staying home with my family, I had to run away because all I was supposed to be was a mother and I didn't want it. But everywhere I go, everybody tells me that I'm a mother. I would have thought being out here, being the adventurer, doing all the stupid ass shit that I do, finally I would find friends who would not force me to be a role that I didn't want. But all I get is the same thing. I ran away from a home. I don't get to go back home.
Cheekios has unlocked the door.
I don't get to go back home. I said I didn't want that. So there's no place for me there. We have a
sorry.
small
I'm
clan,
sorry.
and there's only things that we can do, and I didn't want it. I didn't want telling them that I was born so that way I can just grow our clan. I am more than that. If I wanted children, then I will decide it. But it is not because anybody tells me that I am a mother. And just because I am nice to children doesn't mean that I am their mother. It is a choice I should make. Because I want it. Not because people tell me that I'm a female and I'm thus a mother. I know it's a great honor, but it is not an honor that I want. And I thought that you all seeing me as a companion, a team member, someone worth dying for, that you would see me as that. But this is it, isn't it? That's always my default. That's what I'll be. As much as I continue to try to tell my destiny that it'll be something else, that I will choose the most unusual, reckless path, because I don't want anyone to tell me what my destiny is. I do the dumbest things I can think of. Every time. Every time. Because I don't want people to tell me what I need to be, what I should be, who I am. I am the one who defines myself. Nobody else tells me what life I will live, where I will go, what I will do, and who I will be to them. I know I'm young. I could change my mind, that's fine, but that is my mind to change, not because somebody else told me that that is what I am. So when I tell you who I am, you believe me, because I will be nothing else but that.
Well, Dr. Ruby Shore, warrior queen of the Fae, I feel I know more about you now than I ever have. And if I ever tried to put you in a fucking box that you didn't want to be in, I apologize. Because I've seen you do some shit. I've seen you kill some people. But until now, I never understood why. But I get it. In fact, I get it more now than I ever would have got it years ago.
Thank you.
I'll guarantee you right now, nobody's ever gonna try and put you in a fucking box again while I'm breathing. All I can say is thank you. Thank you for being honest. And don't worry what you left behind. Because your family is right here.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Your family's always been here, Ruby. We may joke, we may prod, but every single person on board this ship and that one Weasley little fucking dad bod motherfucker in that snow globe out there in that goddamn frozen deep, every single one of them would die for you.
It is good to choose your family and to choose your life. I've taken it at my sacrifice. It was a choice I made, and I do not regret it. But it does not mean that it is easy for me.
Just do me a favor. Take your destiny, but don't be stupid. You don't have to charge headstrong into the fray without thinking for a moment. Now, it's got us to some places. It's pushed us out of our comfort zone. But just think for one moment. That's all I'll say.
I'm sorry for yelling.
No, shit. Let it out. It was needed. I've been dying to get more about the story of Ruby Shore. And tonight, I got it. That's what I wanted.
Cheekios just gives you a big hug.
Thank you, Cheekios. I'm sorry for yelling at you.
Don't be sorry.
Valas was standing in the back and steps up in front of Ruby and just looks her in the eyes and says, I too know how it feels to not be able to return home. And so he's gonna then bow his head to her and say, apologies, Captain, but the ship needs to get in the water. He's gonna gesture for her to make the preparations.
Ruby Shore?
With the drink, please.
Oh, I stuck it into your hand when I gave you a hug.
Thank you. I'm kind of shaking still. Ruby's just kind of, you can see it when she brings the drink up to her hand or to her mouth. She's kind of shaken by the process. She doesn't like opening up.
I lean over and I whisper into Ruby's ear. Remember, of this vessel, and don't forget your other little vessel, Jerry, down by the side. You've got two to command.
Let's get this ship out to the sea, yes?
Shall we, Captain?
I still don't know which side's starboard and port.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No idea.
Also gonna stomp off and go make the preparations that he knows she can't actually make.
All right, now listen. It's real easy. Port is left. Starboard is right. Aft is back. Got it?
Now there are three?
It's never, just.
Histor, you do the thing. Skid her on the wheel.
Let's go. Come on. You're taking Harshnag's sacrifice on its maiden voyage.
Right. I'll lead it out of this bay.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
We're all behind you.
Jerry, where are you?
Look over the side. This apparently is as good of a whale nose as you're gonna get from me today.
Perfect. I'm gonna hop over. Let's get out of here, yes? I'll push through the icebergs for us first. Follow me. Come on, Jerry.
As you begin listing your way back out from the small discovered bay, Jerry in tow by the side, slowly begin to see that pink sailor sky on the horizon as the sun crests down. Valas doing his best to put together a chart to find this valley, to find the Eye of the Allfather. Histor screaming back at skeletons that just don't seem to listen.
Son of bitches, how many times have I told you? Set the mainsail full!
Cheekios with his hands back behind his back. Like a first mate waiting for instruction from Ruby as she takes the wheel. As those sails are lowered and you begin to sail charted into the sunset towards the Eye of the Allfather. And that is where we will end this week.
Nice.
Oh, great scene! Woo! That was awesome!
I was wondering when we get pushed far enough for that.
Standing ovation.
Oh, so good!
I'm very sweaty right now. Very sweaty.
I can imagine wearing a,
So hot
wearing a
in here.
goddamn wolf. I would be
And
too.
on top of this hoodie that I also have
I was getting my ass chewed so hard I couldn't even look up at the camera. I had to look over at the screen. Like, oh.
Wow.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, it was
Fucking
awesome.
epic.
So
I have really bad
good.
BO right now.
I always wondered what it was going to take to push Ruby to that point.
I'm fucking
Take a
great.
walk to the box, I guess.
Mhm.
It was so good,
She's been
bud.
making her own titles, defending, pushing back on certain things, building anger on them.
Yeah, it made a lot of sense. Like I didn't process it till then.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Small
not
steps.
really.
Everybody go back and watch from the beginning.
I knew once I said the thing about the cage that I was gonna lock her in a cage
God
eventually.
damn it!
Yeah.
I didn't see that
So
coming.
happened we got on a ship.
I
I did not see myself getting
So
trapped in
good.
there.
I knew all I had to do is challenge you.
Yeah, what a perfect way to set it off with Dante too, because I wasn't thinking anything about the motherly connection. I was just like, how can I piss you off even more? I was like, oh, I'm gonna have Dante go down there. I'm gonna read an excerpt of the Republic. and
Wait, hold on. Did you have that memorized or did you already have it pulled up?
Oh fuck no! I just pulled up a quick excerpt like from a place that I knew.
All I do is like, no, I'm
High school RoBear could have pulled out the scene with the shadows on the wall, but I don't remember it anymore. Like I just know what it means. I remember the allegory scene, but I couldn't do it word for word.
Genius. Fucking genius.
Oh man,
Oh, it was so good.
I'm exhausted now. I'm done. I don't know how you guys do these high
Emotionally
emotion
spent
stuff that often. I can't do it.
because we truly hate ourselves, Becca.
There's so much energy.
That's a very true statement.
Oh, so good, man. Great RP, man. Perfect way to
I can't believe
refocus
we fought
this.
a pod of whales too in the midst of all that.
Of course, I have 6 orcas in the water, but you just roll good, you know? That's how it goes. Ruby's the luckiest cat in the seas.
This is
Queen
true.
catfish.
Every stupid mistake has paid off so far.
Yeah, now you control whales. A new
Oh,
direction.
Big shout out though to chat though that got me that trident. I would have been eaten from the first step out there if I didn't have it. Those items.
Oh.
God.
Beautiful.
Oh.
All right, man.
Good shit.
Also, let's not note Histor had a moment too, recognizing
Yeah,
how
history had a
letting
couple
his
moments.
children grow up, and
Yeah,
that's a big deal.
that's a big
Even
deal
old
for
man can learn
him.
a trick or two.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a growth process because you pushed him into places that are uncomfortable. I mean, remember on the cloud, he actually paid a compliment to Emery that he would have never done a year ago. Fuck that. I mean, he would have died beside him, but he never would have told him he did a good job. It's amazing.
Never.
So good.
Making-
Such character growth.
You're making Histor a better father. Too bad all his kids are grown up.
Yeah, even got a little bit of teenage Dante.
Oh, dude. Him and Dante are gonna square off. I got a feeling, but it's not gonna be as bad as it was had he not had this moment.
Nah, it's just that phase. Like I've given you each little piece of his phase. Like eventually, like you're cresting towards like I want to get drunk with dad in college phase. Like
I'm cool and I can enjoy it. Or is this more of like a Gilmore daughter, super smart and nerdy and socially awkward, and the mom's cool and like.
It's amazing. Oh, we're gonna put a bow on that VOD. Thank you guys.
You guys are awesome.
Be
Thanks
good
for
to each
hanging out.
other.
Thanks for letting us do what we do.
Thank you for all the support.
Wash your hands.
Good point.
Fucking Ruby, let's go!
Oh!